Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A heartbreaking milestone as Michigan surpasses 1 million COVID cases. A doctor opens up about the real toll this pandemic has caused and why he still thinks there's a long way to go.
We'll get to that in just a moment. We're going to begin with the weather. Storm Tracker 4 showing rain continuing to fall after the torrential downpours overnight. We have been dealing with this now for the past 24 hours. It would be nice to be done for a while.
That's right. So, Andrew, we've got flood warnings in place and we have more rain on the way.
Kimberly and Devin, we have watches in place as well, and the rain continues to come down, light to moderate rain, but still coming down in sheets across the area. That's why the flood watch remains in effect, and we talked about this 24 hours ago, so we expected this. Hopefully you're prepared. If not, there's still time to. These watches are in effect for Detroit and all of southeast Michigan until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But on top of that, a couple of new alerts. First, of course, Lakeshore flood advisory still up for St. Clair and Sanilac counties, but also it's very windy there with damaging wind and wind advisories up until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning as well. That's in addition to the number of flood warnings that are in effect for our area rivers, whether it's in Livingston County, Wayne County, Macomb County. Make sure you try to stay on higher ground. The rain continues to come down. Fortunately, it's been light to moderate. Some of the heaviest rain is what we saw yesterday. However, there's more moisture down to our south. This river of air is still on top of us right now, and so more rain is on the way as we go through the rest of this evening and later on tonight. And of course, much cooler than yesterday. No 70s here. We stay in the 50s all evening, and it gets chillier tonight. We'll talk about when all of this comes to an end, but I have to talk about it in your 7-day forecast in minutes.
Andrew, we'll see you then. From the Grosse Pointes to Detroit's east side to Dearborn Heights. Tonight, there are so many anxious homeowners holding out hope their basements will stay dry.
They've been through enough of this. For the most part, the basements have stayed dry, though there's still obviously time and rain to go. Larry Spruill has spent the day tracking any potential trouble. Larry, DWSD says this time was different.
Good evening, Devin and Kimberly. Now, for the most part, we escaped the wrath of Mother Nature, and now Detroit Water says that's because this storm was a lot weaker than previous storms. But tonight, they are still watching pump stations like this one behind me, for the most part. Our cameras all over Metro Detroit Wednesday, capturing the latest round from Mother Nature. This area of Interstate 75 and McNichols once again flooded, several cars stranded. Even this porta potty found its way to the street. This man had to leave his car. Next, water covered parts of Philadelphia and New Center, but that's really about it.
Oh, mercy, was I ever. I was just like on edge.
Bea Richardson lives on Audubon on Detroit's east side. She says her nerves got the best of her Tuesday night when the rain started.
When you get 6 floods in your basement from June the 25th up to the last major flood, that's kind of sad. It's really sad.
She took matters into her own hands and had a backflow installed.
This is one of the valves that is used now, so when it does start to rain, and if it was to flood again, we would just take that cap off, and there's like a lever in the bottom, and you pull it up.
It appears that some of this storm weakened.
Palencia Mobley, the deputy director and chief engineer with Detroit Water and Sewerage Department, says it wasn't as impactful as previous storms, which is a good thing for Metro Detroit.
For the most part, it seems to be a kind of slow, steady rain, so it hasn't been anything overwhelming.
Now, Detroit Water says they are still watching the radar and the pump stations in our area. They said the rain is still coming, so they want to advise people who live in those flooded areas to be on the lookout tonight. We are live on Detroit's east side tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
And Larry, what is the Great Lakes Water Authority saying about the storm and their operations so far?
And so, Devin, they mentioned to us that there were some electrical issues at the fruit pump station, but that did not interfere with the operations for last night. So things are still going as business as normal at those stations. Devin?
So far with this latest round. All right, Larry.
All right, now to new coronavirus numbers from the state. 6,079 new cases over the past 2 days. That averages out to more than 3,000 new cases per day. And sadly, we've lost 81 more Michiganders to the virus.
So today's cases bring us to a milestone that many would have thought unthinkable. To date, 1 million Michiganders have tested positive for COVID-19. More than 20,000 Michiganders, of course, have lost their lives to the virus, and that number goes up every day.
Right now, Michigan ranks 12th when it comes to total case numbers. Just look at where things stand compared to Florida and California there. But also don't forget those states have much higher populations. Victor Williams is live at Royal Oak Beaumont, a hospital that's really seen the brunt of this pandemic. Victor, the toll this has taken is immeasurable.
That is right, Devin and Kimberly. As we surpass this pretty depressing milestone, we have to remember that all of the frontline workers inside of the hospitals, they've had a different view from inside many of those hospital rooms.
It is a little bit daunting to look at the stats.
The past year and a half has been extremely eventful for Dr. Asha Shahjahan and the many doctors on the front lines of the pandemic, having a first-hand view of the now 1 million Michiganders that have come into contact with COVID-19.
Back in 2020, I did not think that we were going to have 1 in 500 Americans die from COVID-19. I also didn't think that we would surpass the Spanish flu deaths as well.
But the stats of over 1 million cases in Michigan aren't so unbelievable for Beaumont Hospital licensed nurse Gary Taylor, who's even more surprised at how we as a nation have responded to the unfortunate numbers.
It's the infighting, it's the division in America that it's caused. I thought something like this would actually pull us together.
Similar story for Dr. Shahjahan, not realizing just how long the effects of COVID-19 would be felt.
Also, I didn't think that we would still be masking a year and a half later.
Both also insist if we don't take the necessary precautionary steps, we could be fighting the virus for even longer.
I think we're still going to be dealing with this for a while.
We are probably going in a positive direction, but I wish it would just be a little bit quicker.
And both of these professionals recommend getting the vaccine. That's going to be one of the only ways that we can slow down these numbers, not only here in the state of Michigan, but in our country altogether. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor, thank you. Meanwhile, on the vaccine front today was the first day of a critical 2-day meeting of the CDC's advisory committee.
The outside panel of experts reviewing the ongoing safety and effectiveness data for the vaccines, and also last week's recommendation that Pfizer boosters be authorized for those age 65 and older or those at high risk for virus trouble. Dr. Frank B. George has been following this meeting and is here with the major takeaways so far. Doc?
Yeah, Kim and Devin. So the main question that today's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices meeting was really driving toward was trying to decide which Americans should receive a third or booster dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Now that decision won't be made until tomorrow, and it won't happen until the FDA formally approves last week's advisory panel recommendation. During today's nearly 6-hour meeting, the CDC's panel of outside experts discussed and debated data on the available COVID-19 vaccines. A clear case was made that over time, the antibody response to the vaccine decreases, especially in the elderly.
Specifically in older adults, they start with lower neutralization titers than younger adults. And because they start at lower titers, they may be faster to fall below the limit of detection.
Although the immune response fell, coverage of variants remained good.
We've yet to find a variant that escapes neutralization. As you can see, whether we're talking about alpha, beta, the more recent delta, or lambda variants.
That was data presented by Dr. Bill Gruber from Pfizer as they made their case for the need to boost their fully approved 2-dose series. As for side effects from a third dose, they were about the same.
Local reactions were comparable between the third dose and the second dose.
The panel also reviewed CDC data on a third dose from the safety monitoring systems in place.
COVID-19 vaccines are being administered under the most intensive vaccine safety monitoring effort in U.S. history.
For people receiving a third dose, the V-Safe monitoring system was reassuring.
Injection site reactions, systemic reactions, and health impacts, including inability to perform daily activities and inability to work, were all less frequently reported following dose 3 than dose 2.
Now, there was a fair amount of inquiry and discussion over the risk of myocarditis with a third dose. So far, there is no indication that it is more frequent than following the second dose, and it is still considered very rare. Nonetheless, it is a condition that will be continued to be monitored.
So, Frank, were they focusing only on making a case for boosters for the elderly, as we heard discussed, or did they broaden the discussion out to all age groups?
Well, you know, they actually discussed all age groups, and there were decreases in vaccine efficacy actually across the board for all ages, but it was most pronounced in people over age 65, which of course really supports the need for seniors to get that booster dose.
Certainly seem to. All right, Doc. We've got much more to come here on Local 4 News at 5.
Andrew's in after the break as the rain keeps falling across town. He's got to look at when we could finally get a break.
Also, what the IRS is saying tonight is some families are left waiting for those promised child tax credits.
But first, rain puts the brakes on Motorbella, how crews are working to ramp things back up before the show opens to the public. We'll have that next.